I moved this one around 2 centimeters back, so I got a little bit more slack in the hose. Welded everything up and put some coat on it. I will paint it in the Kubota orange a little bit later. But the last thing to do now, except all the grease, is the air filter for the 2000 hour service. The coolant I changed this summer, so it's good. So today we just take the air filter out and we change this one and the inner filter. So yeah, about time maybe. Yeah. This one looks like new almost, but since I have both, we just change them and be happy with it. This one was about time. We can see here I have the new ones. This is the maybe slight difference, but not much. Awesome. It's actually white. Okay, here we can see the new and the old. So, and yeah, put some grease on the rubber for better fitment. Pretty clean inside. So first the inner filter and then the outer filter. In place. So then I think the 2000 hour service is done. I done it according to the book. The only thing I didn't do was change the suction filter for the hydraulic. It's also supposed to be done every 1000 hours, but I checked them and they looked good. Then everything is back together here. Lights was working, everything is good. It's just the tracks and the rollers left to get in. But for that I think I will put some paint on it. And it's the orange, where I welded the spare hose, and I will touch up some places also, just because I have the paint out. So this is Bengalok. It's made with the color code for the Kubota. I didn't have the color code, so I couldn't find it online. So I just took one panel with me up, and they could make the paint. This is the code 180 Y75R. So they just scanned the panel I had with me, and then they could make this color. So I think when I was painting it last year, it was looking pretty much spot on. So, since I painted the wheels orange on the Kubota, I'm thinking I'm painting the grey also, done with the tracks. Yeah, it will look a lot better. This is actually not a Kubota grey or something like that. It's actually the color for the T-Rex. I was thinking that I don't want to have too many paint cans in my garage, and the easiest way is if my tracked mini dumpers and excavators and everything have the same color on the undercarriage. And then I went with the T-Rex grey, because that's a lot easier to have that one, and I have the color code for it. So you can see there is the color code 7504 R83B, and that's the grey that the Kubota have now because it was freshly painted this spring. So let's give it a quick. I washed it yesterday and went over it with some cleaner now, and it's ready for paint, so I'm just rolling it out. So one of the things I try to do at least once a year, maybe twice a year, during the summer season also, is to take off these plates, because back of these plates it's collecting a lot of dirt and stuff, and it's not good for the connections for the hose. They can actually corrode, and and you get an hydraulic leak. Behind this cover is the hydraulic engine that is running the belt on this sprocket. So you can see here, I've taken off the plate. There's a plate, it's just 3 bolts holding it in place, and you can see how much dirt it's inside there. Just a little bit room up here, and you see everything is around these couplings here. And another part is also you are losing a lot of coolant for the engine. The hydraulic gets hot, and when this earth is lying here and insulating everything, it's not a good thing. So always try at least once a year to take this up and just clean it out. It's a quick job, but it's good to have it done. As you can see here, this pile was from both sides, so it was quite a lot of dirt. So it's good to have that out, and I also lubricated the connections with some WD-40, just for maybe it will be a little bit more corrosion, a little bit less corrosion. Finished the 2000 hour service. I painted it, and as you can see here, I got some more orange done. Since I did the rollers orange, I thought I'd just do the drive wheel and the drive sprocket and the tensioning wheel also. So I done that on both sides. The grey here is painted. Yeah, everything is ready for reassembling now. I'm just topping off the battery with the charger, and as soon as that is done, it's ready for firing up and test run.
Okay, so these two have gotten a little bit beating when I changed the bearings. You can see this one is a little bit deformed here, so it won't fit right, and the same with this one. You can see I have hammered on it, so it's not straight anymore. So I just have to take a file and file it down. Okay, so when I put the track on, I always put it on the sprocket wheel first and just easily over the top here on the tensioning wheel. And then it's easy to just use a pry bar or something to push it in while you drive the engine forward. So let's start the engine and put it on. There the belt is on, ready to tension it up. So before we tension it up, I just need to put some more grease in this grease gun, and then we are ready for tensioning it up. Okay, so let's tension up the belt. First we have to tighten this nut we loosened for releasing the tension. Okay, this nut tensioned. Then we can connect the grease gun. And there you see, as soon as I'm pushing the grease in, the belt is tensioning. So I just leave a little bit of slack, like I get a finger under the rollers in the middle. That's something like that. It's perfect. A little bit of slack so rocks and everything can get out without locking the track. So that's one side, one to go. Okay, we now have the tracks on, the rollers in. It's actually ready for putting down on the ground again. This gasket that are under the hood here, it's torn up, and yeah, it's not much left in this area here where it moves a little bit and it's open up and down all the time. So I ordered that one new from eBay, so it can take some time before it gets here. So I'm not taking that part in this video, but now let's get it down from the stands, and then we can lubricate everything. Okay, so we will now lubricate the machine with grease. Daily maintenance with greasing, it's from this point and forward. Everything that is grease from this point and backwards is not need to do daily. I say every 10 hours you can put 1 to 2 pumps with the grease gun in here, nothing more. It's not needed for more. Then it just gets a lot of excess grease and a lot of cleaning. So 1 to 2 pumps, it's enough. And then we have one down here, and this one. This one didn't go in. And this is for the quick connection, so it's possible if you have direct connection with bucket pins, it's possible that you don't have these two. And you can see normally on this model it's on these positions is on this side, but I ordered new ones and I changed the bushings and pins for all these bolts in the spring, and the new pins I got had the lubrication on this side, so the grease circ. And then we have the blade. The blade has one here and down here and there. And then we have these two. These are now we have done everything, and the only thing that is left of greasing is these two. It's for the drive unit that is driving the turn on the end on the machine, and for and for the sprocket. And you can see it's every 50 hours and every 200 hours. And since we are at the 2000 hour service now, we will do both. But I will do them on the outside, because these ones you lubricate every 90 degrees when you turn the machine. Let's see, maybe we can do them in here. Okay, so if you look at the manual, it says 20 pumps total all the way around. So that's 5 pumps here, 5 pumps 90 degrees there, and 5 pumps 90 degrees there. So I just connect the grease pump like this, and then I just spread out the 20 pumps all the way around. So
see I'm pumping all the way. Oh. So that was about 20 pumps, and then we do this one. So then we have lubricated everything on the excavator. And when I'm cleaning grease off the machine, I'm just using a cloth like this, and maybe a screwdriver to get in between the places, and maybe some brake cleaner for taking away the black stuff. I don't pressure wash it because then the grease is going everywhere, and my dog is stepping in it, and my kids are stepping in it, and yeah, it's not so fun to get all this in the house. Okay, I don't think that one is working anymore. That one took grease. Maybe I need to change this one. Yeah, you can see it's pretty flat, so it's probably hit by something. There is working. Okay, then I'm saying the Kubota is done for this winter service. Now it's ready for action, and yeah. Maybe we should test the hammer and see if how it works with the free return. Okay, there we have it. The Kubota is done. The only thing that is missing is the gasket for the engine cover, but it will arrive someday. We have greased up everything. Everything in the 2000-hour service have been done, and we've also painted it. it was well worth it. So just checking that all the lights are working perfectly still, and yeah, it was a great job. No big problems, everything went smooth. If I should have done anything elsewhere, it was being a little bit more careful when I was hammering on the rollers, changing the bearings there, but okay. And the hammer is running great with the new free return for tank, so that is also perfect. Yeah, and if there are any questions about the Kubota, just leave them in the comments and I will answer them there.